You're welcome. You're welcome. May you live long. The eyes of the Muwah. My queens, you're welcome. I was caught in the short notice, but I think I'm ready for this one. I just come back from a traveling yesterday, where I left 7 days ago, just arriving back as well from Cameroon, on the same occasion that we are meeting for, uniting Africa with kings and queens, dignitaries, princes, and everyone that are ready to take Africa forward regarding our traditions, culture, and our mercies.
Thank you, Chiefess. It is an honor, a good privilege for me, standing on this program, saying I haven't done this before, but I think today I will do it. If there's any mistake, please, ngicela tu ningayithi lo muntu uphumaphi wenzani lo muntu. Senzani? Sanibonani bakwethu. Ninjani? Nkosi. Yebo Nkosi. Bayete. Bayete Nkosi. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do today is very short. It's just indicated for just an hour. And as late as we started this program, we will just go on with the first things on our program will be the open prayer by the Queen, and the second one will be the welcome words by our King. And King Ubeni will therefore take a word and educate us. And therefore, just after that, a Queen, Dikoritso, will therefore have a word. The sixth will be the follow of our discussions of the day and 4 different sections, which is community lead, development and social impacts and projects. Second will be food projects and sustainable agriculture. The third will be initiate the discussions on the possibility of memorandum of understanding and partnership agreement. And the fourth and last will be the questions and answer on that section. 7 will be the remarks of the stakeholder. And 6 will be the end of our day on the 11th thought, which is eating and drinks. So, if you are moving right on that direction, I will say, Queen, please give up Muwah Palace. If my memory is correct. Now, I'm the mastermind in that event. I want to indicate that to you here today. Thank you. And thank you very much. I'm very honored for this response according to how things are going. Thank you. Okay.
Greetings to you all once more. May we rise as I'm about to say a word of prayer. Dear Father Lord, we thank you for bringing us here today. As we are gathered here about to deliberate and see how we can come together to discuss potential partnerships that can improve the lives of our people, pray that you may dwell and be with us as we are deliberating and seeing how we can work together to help others, to bring joy to others as well. We pray, Lord, that you may take control, and also the food that is on the table, may you bless it when it is time for us to eat. And I pray that at the end of this meeting, may we all go back to our various destinations safely. Thank you, Father God, for bringing us here today, and may you be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Maki. I think there is something for us to highlight on this beautiful, wonderful prayer, is how to make it possible for our communities to be and to share, to make sure our kids benefit from that.
The reception of King Gobeni and his people in Muwah Palace today. We are very grateful. They say, I might come from a very poor background, but if I die from and hand over a very poor background to the generation that I left behind, then I'm the key of general failure. And I think that's why we are all working very hard to see that that does not happen. And I want to thank my brother here who trusted us and said there are things that we could work on. What is my role? As a king, my role is simple. Kings, they don't have any money. They don't have land because the land belongs to the people. Even the money belongs to the people. So anytime you come to them and you say, this is the challenge, they are going to call their people. They are going to call the pillars of the house. They are going to go out there and look for support systems that we could use in helping that situation, or in enabling that situation that he was supposed to come with. So that as we talk, the investors listen. But at the end of the day, we have some of the investors here. 3 of them sitting there, they are all investors. And we will be interested if we all come to a compromise, to an agreement on how we want to work. Our partnership, our collaboration will be developed and signed, and we will begin, because that's what they stand. So what is important is the beginning. And we started by visiting. This is the second step. I think from here our steps will begin to be faster. So welcome to everybody. Let's now get the program on fold, and let's put our trust in the program, and let's put commitment into everything that we are going to agree. And I don't want to end without thanking the queens of the palace who have made sure that we have enough food that we are going to eat, that we will have a very nice time in the palace, and those who have brought all the drinks for us to drink. The palace, the throne appreciates that. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for this wonderful information. And I believe that this is going to what we are here to look forward. I won't say anything without highlight again that I'm very happy that what I'm trying to connect around Africa, it's meeting. is not only in the southern region of Africa, but is out there anywhere in Africa where a king is ready to join the journey, the train. The Shosholoza. 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 Yet remember Stimela, Puma, South Africa. Yes, I'm from South Africa. So if this Shosholoza is going through Africa and connecting and make us get our kids something different when we depart from this world, I think that will be very beautiful. I thank you, Akim. Thank you for this wonderful intervention. Bayete! Bayete! Bayete goes! Your Majesty, over to you.
Pula. Pula. Nala. Nala pula amen. I would like to thank everyone coming from far and near. And then I would like to thank even our God that will already protect us from home to here to come and visit to Muwah Palace. I'm very much happy. I'm very much happy. I would like to thank everyone, our queens, our kings, our prince, our princess, and even our chiefs, headmen and headman. Today I'm very much happy to come to a place so that we can sort some things out. Because we have communities, we have our chiefs, headmen and headman, but we are trying to make a small farming there, agriculture for food security. So all in all, we are suffering because we don't have money to buy resources, but we have lands, and we are busy there at Winterveld, Northwest, we have 50,000 hectares, and then we right now we are busy with 8.5. We are trying to make a food security, and also we have our queen of Morena Children's Village. Our queen is the queen of the queens, the queen of the throne. It's our mother. We are doing a lot with our mother, King Toriso, because even right now, Tusa's Tower, it's a lot that I can explain with our queen. Even Tusa's Tower, born after Morena Children's Village. So we're newborn at Tusa's Tower farms. So we need a help to you, kings, princes, even investors, so that they can come and assist us, so that we can see our community, so that they can see progress. Even we can take out from the poverty and so forth, because we have lands. Even right now, I'm busy with other chiefs that we have lands of mining, And I'm having other documents that I can share with you, King, Mike Kitaka, and even investors. There's a lot that we can do. We need help, and really help. Even more than a children's village, we have children, we have orphans, and so forth. So we need help. Even right now, we are busy there at Chaba Children's Village. No, Chaba Farms. We're busy there. We don't have resources to work. We are trying so hard. We don't have even seeds. We need agricultural seeds so that we can plant things there and see our community to work there. And because together as one we can. We have a lot that we can share. Others, I can show you documents, because we have documents, we have title deeds. Yes. The other thing that is my cry, that almost every time before I sleep, is because of that people, they already volunteer there. We have 20 people volunteer there. Right now, we're running 4 months without earning anything. But I've already seen, if when you're doing something that is coming from deep down of your heart, then you'll make it. So I like that people too much. That is why almost every time when I outsource, I'm outsourcing for that people, so that they can sleep with something at home. But I would like to say, my King Daga, thank you very much to inviting me. And then, I'm happy. Even right now, I have no words. My words are gone. And then, I'm very much happy. I know with you and other kings and princes and princesses and queens and queens, queens and kings, because even people some of the time are saying, so I would like to say, my king, we're together, and I just want us to work together. And if when we can work together, our people will rejoice. And one thing for sure, with God's grace, we can make it. And I would like to say, even there's other saying, if when you can 2 or 3, you will make it, as long as you have I will be there for you. So with God's grace, we make it. And then I would like to thank everyone coming from far and near, and even you, Paramount Chief of Africa. I thank you so much, and even God to save you to travel from Africa to South Africa. And I'm saying, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Bayete. Your Highness, Royal King Ngubeni, thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you very much. You are the father of the fatherless. You are the eyes of the eyesless. So if those kids can sleep without eating nothing, which means you say something that touched me very much. Your words have lost. I want you to share a dose with everyone here. I meet Mr. Mandela. That was the high privilege of my lifetime being. I prefer sometimes speak more Zulu than Kusuthu or Setswana. Sawubona. Kunjani ma? Uyaphila? Ngempela. Ungashudix. Ha. Isikhathi sakho manje ke sithi Rosa sitshele ukuthi wenzakalani. Sizozwa kahle ukuthi sizoyenza nawe na community yini ufunayo wenzakalani.
Greetings this afternoon to King Taka and Queen, the Princess, all the investors and chiefs and head and you know, and to everyone who's here. My name is Queen Litoriso, the Queen of the Throne, from the royal blood. Yes, I've been given this title by my grand due to the gifts that I have. Yes, that's why I am the queen. I'm not married, but I'm not available. I'm married to my God. Yes. I really thank for this opportunity to stand in front of everyone and to talk about Morena Children's Village. I am the founder again of Morena Children's Village, founder and director. They call me project manager, but I call myself founder and director because I started it from scratch. So I'm dealing with the kids, abandoned, orphaned, neglected, abused, all those cases. It's different cases. I take kids from 0 to tertiary level. From 0 to tertiary level. I want you to underline 0. When I'm talking of 0, if someone abandoned a child, 2 days, 3 days, yes, I take that child. I raise them as the mother. I feed them, even though I'm struggling to feed them. I'm working hard to feed them. I ran around to ask help so that I can feed them. So Morena has plus minus 20 years in this industry, so I know how to run around, even though I'm still struggling even now. And hence we know our government, it's a problem when it comes to help such organizations. So that's what I'm doing. So Morena is based in a rural area, Queen. In a rural area where we know everyone. They say names and all those things. So King was there and Prince, I think, yes, they were there. So we have kids there. Do you love kids?
I do.
I'll give you one. But give me 2 million. I'm joking. Yes, that's what we are doing in the rural area. So I decided to start the organization or an orphanage home in a rural area because in a township or locations, people they get help so easily. But the need is in a rural area.
Yeah.
Because these children, they can give birth and throw the kids away, abandon the kids away and try to terminate the pregnancy, all those things. See, I have one of the child there, it's Widume, and I gave her my surname. It's a premature, I think the mother gave birth somewhere and took the scent and buried her alive. And that child is still alive even today. We thank God about that because she is a fighter. So that's what we are doing. And then we have Tusas Chaba under us because they're still young, they're still growing. So we are trying to work together with Tusas Chaba. Tusas Chaba is doing the farming. And also at Morena, we have a garden. We have chickens. I'm trying to do sustainability to feed them. The chickens, they are doing eggs, and then we're trying to sell eggs. But you know, you will sell eggs and then you will buy milli. You will sell eggs, you will buy this, those kind of things. So we are here to say to you, as one nation, we can do it. With one weight, we can raise these kids, we can help people, we can create jobs for our youth, because you can see today our children are so lost. They're in these drugs and stuff, all those things. So we can unite Africa again, we can build them again. If we are working together as one. Tata, you said something about Tata Mandela. That is my favorite father. You know, when he came back from jail, I was one of the child who was dancing in front of him at Union Building when officially she was appointed as the president. I love Tata Mandela so much, and he loves kids so much. So that's why I'm saying, if we can work together, we can win this thing. We can really win this thing, because kids are suffering, honestly. Our youth, they don't have jobs. We can give them jobs. It's something that is big nowadays. Agriculture is something that is big. And if our kids, they know how to grow the food, if they can really know that, and then we are going somewhere. Because nowadays, we don't have where they can go and seek job. So it's from our hands to make those things or create jobs for our children. And helping again for those poor kids, those orphans, those neglected, those abused. We can name them. Those are cases that I'm working with. Even now, before we start, I was having another case again. So that's what we are doing basically at the Morena Children's Village. So we still need more buildings, we still need more resources in terms of bed, all those things that you can think of that you have in your houses. So if we give them a home, it will be easier for them to accept who they are, and they will grow well, and they will do well, and they will make us proud. So with your help, joining hands as Africans, we're not talking of the countries here, Cameroon, as Africans. Tata used to say, with one weight, we can do it. Mother Teresa said, I alone, I cannot. But if I cast a stone across the river, it will make a many ripples. So it means if we join hands, we can do it. So thank you so much for everything. We are looking forward to work with you, and we will be grateful if we can have a help from you. Stopping to seek help, I'm not racist, but stopping to seek help from white people. If we stand together as one, as Africa, as one nation, we can do it together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mother. One thing that we can highlight here is that still we need one another. There's no runaround. There's no light on that. It's more. We have challenges. Challenges that definitely can be different than the challenges that we have this side of the world, but still we have challenges that together we can overcome those challenges. And I believe that what our mother she's doing, helping, caring, will be more if hands are together. We are standing here from this evening, accepting you being here. We talking about this. because it's a concern. It's a serious concern. So I think forward, we will just see how to work on that and how to make that possible. My king say, a million Jenny's the bar. One step. Thank you. I won't be long. I just want to stay a little bit far from what I'm saying to our program, which will be the number 6, following up the discussions, audience participation, and the first one will be community-led development and social impact project. This is how to see how we can talk about partnership. How can we work together on what? And this will be led by Yerema. This Yerema, which is our Sufo. Sufo, you know,
King, Atanto, and to all the honorables in our palace and the palace of King Obeni, may you live long. I want to thank our kings for giving us the opportunity to discuss on issues that matter to us. There are issues that we need to be courageous to face, and it doesn't take one person to do it. It takes us as a community, as a country, and as a continent to be able to do that. And that is why we are here. We are here because we've been programmed to depend on what they tell us to do, to depend on what they tell us how it's supposed to work, to depend on this is the way, but there is no way. There is a way that keeps us in mental slavery, and we think all the time that is the right things to do. Listen to our kings. I think there is an urgent need for us to emancipate ourselves from this mental slavery. And that is why when we look at who we are, wherever we are, that is home. Our king is supposed to be in his royal palace back at home, but that palace is here because he was welcome here as one of these communities. Communities will live without water. Is there any person who can give me a reason? A week or two. Why? Almost 3 weeks here in Johannesburg. Some communities don't have electricity. Justice. And looking into this program and with the understanding that we are going to be having, like our Majesty King Taka said, another group of leaders of Africa and we'll be discussing issues of investments, issues of partnership. I just want to give a highlight
on certain things we can do about this partnership. And I will start with the issue of community-led development and social impact. I cannot call the village we went to, Your Majesty Kintaka. You remember how enjoyed people is. But what I can say here is what I saw. I carried a baby who was abandoned by the parents. Our king carried another one. And if we could share those photos, you will see him carrying one, I was carrying one. And King Obedi was in the middle. I saw children who were sexually abused by their own parents. I saw children who have been infected by AIDS and they're being taken care of. And our Queen makes sure that they don't miss their medication. I saw a kitchen that was broken. And inside the kitchen that they're preparing food for these children. That is what I saw. Even, I think there should be about more than 50 of them. They didn't have the food to be able to produce the eggs. And they were being fed by what? Maybe leftovers from what these children were eating. That is what I saw. And I saw a people who were resilient and they were ready to make the change. Our Queen and our kings. It broke our hearts. And on our way back, we said this journey was worth it, even though when we were coming back, King should say this. When we were coming back, our king drove into a pothole and the wheel drum of the car got broken into two. And it was in the night. Around Shashuguve, by Brazil, yeah. And can you imagine? In the night, we were there with Divine, the king, myself. And we called our king and said we are stranded. We called King Ogubeni and said we are stranded. You know what they did? And with our brother there who is taking care of the cattle, they drove back to where we were to help us to see that we could come back to Johannesburg. And I believe they've expressed that partnership which we experienced that night. It has been intensified and smoothened today. And I want to thank you, our kings. With the competencies that we have and all the experts that are aligned in our kingdom, we believe that with the initiatives that we've spoken here today, our experts and all of us with our competencies are going to make sure that we put a working group in place. And we'll be talking about community-led development. We visited the structures, the 8 hectares of land that you're working on it right now. And we believe that we can structure a better community project that serves the community. And we believe that instead of the community to depend on shops or shop rights and everything, we can work together, put communities together to work together to see that they participate in that project and they depend on that project for their livelihood. What do I mean? It means that we can do something like an integrated farming, and we can get their vegetables and the meats and everything, but as a community project and the community participating in it, they will get it for a better price in order to sustain the project and getting it in Pick and Pay or getting it in Woolworths or whatever, Checkers. So those are projects that we can structure. But looking at the structure that we saw when we visited, we believe that there are structures in place, yes, that can be used, who were used before, but we believe that we can come with our competences in management, effective planning, projects, people who can have skills in writing projects, and looking for grants to see that we can come up with community-based projects that are going to be beneficial to the communities there and to us as a people. Because this relationship doesn't end here. We believe that someday we'll be sitting like this and we'll be sitting in Muwah Palace back at home. And that project, like I said, will cover the issue of food security and community-based projects. Those community-based projects, I believe, when that community sits, it will involve also competences, other competences that we have that will empower the community, because we have to understand that an empowered community is a community that develops, is a community that grows. And we have the father of the king who is here, is an educationist, academia. He runs one of the biggest institutions here that we can train people in your community to have skill sets, to be able to develop themselves, not only in food security, but other areas in life that will help them to grow and contribute to the society. That is something that is very important. And I believe that when that committee is set, we'll be talking about all of these initiatives that we can do together and see that we can improve on ourselves. And we'll be involving another initiative which is also backed by this kingdom. I think in the next program you will hear from our father, the father of the king, Tanto. You will also hear from Jelif Analytics, and they'll be talking about opportunities, and we are going to do that. So this committee is going to work on a possible memorandum of understanding that has been agreed by our king. And moreover, there are more opportunities than food security and your entourage. And we have an opportunity as Africans to make ourselves. I know we hate Trump. We don't use the word Trump. The President of the United States of America. To make Africa great. It's our collective responsibility to see that happens. So, those of us who work with them closely, we see that we put this committee in place to see how much we can collaborate on these issues. Yes, will say something, then we'll go to closing remarks. But please, be reminded on what we've been discussing. Interact with them, get clarity, but we have serious work that has to keep on going on. Hand over to our Majesty.
Thank you. And Tomfo, your attention is needed here now. Sufo, thank you for the clarity in which you have put into this discussion. Let me welcome His Excellency, the Ambassador, and the leader of the Sovereign Congress of African Leaders. Prof, you are welcome. With your entourage. King Gobeni here comes with a big file of the mines that he currently holds the license, 50,000 hectares of land, which he's looking for partnership, which we've agreed that we will be working together. And the Sufode, who is the lead, who is going to be, I think he will be preparing some sort of a memorandum or a working document, some sort of a collaborative document, things like that, which once he's done with that, we will have to be in the close meeting again to discuss more. But I know there's still going to be time to discuss this. I also just want to use this opportunity to welcome in the Tamu, who is the PDO president. Well, he's not here. I did not invite him here as the PDO president. I invited him as a very important personality in the African community. And Tanyu Tamu, apropos, otole kapop, joke nangu mumpi petu fumere Africa as alo aye chumba petu ma. Apropos. So,
Excellence, Ambassador, you are welcome. We are on the same battle, and I'm very happy to meet you. Finally, I can say that. And I think we will take it from here. We will make it happen where it has to be and where people are definitely on that train to make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Your High Majesty, we are going to eat before we continue on the second point, just because our guests have been here for some time. I think it's normal for us to eat in this moment, and I'm going to call the King. Tell us what is in the table. My Queen. Marco.
The one who is in charge of this, I think me and all of them together. I like to
Please let me cook. Thank you.
That's what I wanted to hear. I greet all our queens. You're welcome. My queen, I greet you. All the palace chiefs, I greet you. Okay, I've been given an opportunity to introduce what we have on the table. Okay, so we have two different kind of meal. We have our own South African one where we have all the, mix there. 7 colors. Thank you. Yeah, 7 colors. And then we also have a Cameroonian traditional meal where it's called achu. Achu, it's made with the cocoyam. Amadumbe. I don't know if you know madumbe, but it's the cocoyam. Yeah, where it's pounded, they make it soft, and you eat it together with a soup that is made out of the stock of the meat, and it's mixed together with the palm oil. It's red, yeah, palm oil. And then for it to become thick and yellowish, they put kanwa. It's a limestone. Yeah, so it's very, very beautiful and it's nice. It's nice. I would like everyone to taste it, and enjoy. Yeah, but don't only focus on our 7 colors. Let's also enjoy their food. Thank you.
This is achu, one of the Cameroon special meals.
No, sorry. The floor is slippery.
Yeah.
Achu, who need achu? I can save.
This is the cheap for those ones that love cheap.
Where's the It's called to do and serene. Called to do and serene. They should have water in the cup and the bowl. So if someone needs water to clean their hands, they give them water to clean their hands. Right? Put a spoon in the soup, please.
You see, it's that right because it's that.
Ayete Nkosi. Wena wendo. Ayete. Siyabongela. Kakhulu nelolanga lithi. Sithi uNkulunkulu uyephilayo une yonke into. Inyendlela lamthabeni. Our visitors have a gift for our king. And before we move to the next section, the gift will be presented to the king, and people will move so that these darkness don't hit us on this beautiful program. In the meantime, we will.
If you know say you be proud of your nigga, you make it shine. Follow me, follow me, follow me, shine.
The symbolic give to our King, which is the calling. That is the calling. With the mark of Excellency Ambassador, many things have been happening, and we believe you have so much to say and to tell us. We will be really happy to hear from you. Thank you.
Real greetings once again. I'm Prince Eugene Taka, First Secretary to the Throne. I'm standing up to receive this very unique gift from our fellow royalty. If you can fling your eyes into this big basket that I'm holding, you will see how wide. This signifies the purity between the two royalties and signifies the beginning of progress and the beginning of many new things to come. That sound has simply cemented the agreement that we have put forth today. On behalf of the King, I want to thank you so very much, His Majesty, for this very unique and signified gift that you've presented to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before this, I was highlighting that His Excellency Ambassador Professor Tabo Pianen will be the one address us right now. Prof have heard so much. He have so much to highlight here. We value you, Prof. As I started earlier, I said I had so.
Your Excellency. Muwah. Muwah. Aporo. Thank you very much. Royal greetings to all of you who are here, and I want to thank His Majesty for inviting us to this kingdom. It's an honor to be here, and we want to thank God and our ancestors for this precious moment together. Mine is just to come and greet you. I just came to collect their blessings from this place and to come and greet His Majesty and Porach and to come and step my feet here on behalf of Sovereign Congress of African Leaders. Our organization is not a kingdom. Actually, it's an organization for kingdoms, an organization for organizations, and a government for governments as well. We are in all 9 provinces. Our footprint, we also have 16 countries in Africa, whereby we've got members who are part of this organization, Sovereign Congress of African Leaders. Myself, as His Excellency has already introduced me, I am, by the grace of God, I'm the president in the organization, and I happen to be an eminent peace ambassador for the International Association of World Peace Advocates under United Nations Economic Social Council. And we are in all 54 countries as a Secretary General. Now, the mandate that we are carrying as African leaders is to see an African child being free and being liberated. As much as we have the United States of America, our belief is that we must also have United States of Africa. We must have, thank you very much, a borderless Africa whereby there's a free trading, there are collaborations amongst Africans and African leaders and governments. So as the Sovereign Congress of African Leaders, that is exactly what we believe in. So our organization, 90% of our constituency is traditional leaders. Why are we focusing more on traditional leadership? It's simply because of our kings and our chiefs, or shall I say African indigenous leaders, are permanent leaders. They are the custodians of the land. You can never vote them in or vote them out. So these are the people that can be trusted with the livelihood of our people on the ground. I always say that when our people face challenges in their respective communities, they always go and consult the king. They will never go to the president, they will never go to a politician, but they will always go to consult the king. That simply shows that our royal fathers, they are the owners of the land, the people belong to them, and also the minerals belong to them. So we are here today being sent by the organization to come and greet you and to come and tell you that you are welcome in this our beautiful country of South Africa. We will support you whichever way we can. We will always collaborate with you. We'll come into three things, which are programs, projects, and events. So in every program that you can part into, Sovereign Congress of African Leaders is there to support you. In every event that you have in the near future, we are there to support you as well. In every project, whether being into mining space, or being into social development, or being into health, education, safety and security, agriculture, to name but a few. As an organization, with our members, obviously, we have been given the land to administer, we've been given minerals to administer, we have been given all these holistical departments to administer as the organization. So a lot is happening, and we are here to say that we open our doors. Wherever you see fit, you are welcome to come and dine with us on the same table. And also in your beautiful land of Cameroon, if there is any other program or event or project that needs our intervention, we will greatly come to also be part of our big family of Africa. So the organization send their love, we love you, and please, we would like to host you in the near future. Just His Majesty to come to our headquarters, to our kingdom, to come and greet, and also to come and have a feeling and the warmth and the love of the Sovereign Congress of African Leaders. So we want to hear from you. Like I said, that we will still have to sit down around the table to discuss these matters. But today I just came to say that you are acknowledged, you are recognized, and you must know that you are not lost, you are not in a foreign country. You are an African child, you are the sons of the soil, and together we are Africans, and two is better than one. But how can two work together if they are not in agreement? So we are here to agree with you. Any other memorandum of understanding that you are going to sign is just, you are going to sign it just to please, I don't know whoever. But already in the spirit we decide. We are together and we agree. So we will have a whole lot of programs, events, and projects. As I'm speaking now, they are ongoing. like already in the mining space, we've got some of our representatives in the mining space, who are ministers in the mining space in our organization. They are in Russia as I'm speaking, and the BRICS. They are representing the organization, and they took with them the project of mining to Russia, and have been getting the messages to say that, you know, things are coming right. When they come here, they are bringing back good news. And very soon, we are going to collaborate. On Monday, we have a meeting with the province of Limpopo in the Premier's office, where we are going to collaborate with the Premier's office, and we are going to have a very big event concerning agriculture, whereby there's going to be an African trade when coming to agriculture, farming different vegetables and livestock and all that. So we are going to sign a memorandum of understanding with them, but we will be representing Cameroon as well, because also as our brothers, that door is open for you to trade with us when coming to the issue of agriculture. So on Monday, we will be signing that MOU with the province of Limpopo on behalf of our African brothers who are our members. Some of them are partners. So to mention but a few, there are also indigenous schools that we are embarking on. We are in negotiations, because we think and believe that what our children are being taught, it is something that is evil. That is evil syllabus and curriculum and teachings that does not come from us. That is why you see our youth today, they are involved in a whole lot of things which are drugs and substance abuse. You know, most of them are not respecting elders anymore. When they look at the indigenous traditional leader, they look at us as, you know, small boys. I always say that they respect the sons-in-law more than their fathers. A son-in-law is not permanent, because anytime you can decide to divorce your daughter, and then what will happen now? So we can never give our sons-in-law the permanent position in our home or in our houses. It's not possible. A father must take this position, an African father must take this position, the kings must take their positions, the African indigenous leaders must take their position. As I'm speaking now in South Africa, we will be hosting different head of states in the month of October, November, which is known as the G20. And as you look at the G20, we do have it represented in all sectors. There's a B20, which is a business 20. There's a Y20, which is youth 20. There's a W20, which is women 20. But royal kingdoms are not represented. And you are inviting the head of state to the land that does not even belong to you. It belongs to the father. So we came in as the Sovereign Congress of African Leaders, and we said that we are now going to launch the Royal 20, whereby we represent all the royal fathers in Africa. They must be the ones that welcome all those presidents in their land of Africa. They must be the ones that speak a blessing upon their lives. So if they are not welcomed by royal fathers, then indeed they are not welcomed in this African soil. So very soon I will be sending out the invitation. We are going to launch the Royal 20, representing all the royal fathers and kingdoms in the G20 space. Whatever they are going to speak about, whatever that they are going to engage about, the royal fathers must be part of that engagement. The royal fathers must be part of the people who take those decisions as well. You can never come from America or wherever and come and tell us what to do in Africa, and come and endorse some other things that are even foreign to us, just like democracy. Democracy is foreign to an African man. Democracy is a Greek philosophy. Democracy will never work in Africa. Democracy brings about divide and rule, because it says that a man and a woman are on the same level. It says that when you rebuke your child, then they will arrest you, you will go to police. The child must go to the police and say that my father has disciplined me, my father has beaten me. You are not allowed to hug your child or kiss your child who is a daughter, because it is something else according to democracy. So that thing must come to an end. And we believe that as we come together as African brothers and sisters, coming together as African fathers, coming together as Africans in Africa and speak for Africa and make decisions for Africa. At the end of the day, we are going to be victorious. And thank you.
Thank you.
Your Majesty, it is really powerful, this message. Very soon I want to see you on the R20. And I will be sitting back there listening to what we are saying to get Africa back on feet. Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think I will say a million thank you from everybody in this audience. From what we heard here, many things are happening. And many good things indeed. And we are really thankful for those who are working hard for African children, day and night, to make sure that people empowering in this country. The men,
very much, our very distinguished Bayete. My very short presentation is divided into two parts. The first part is as an elder in this palace. His Royal Majesty King Taka, may you know. Queen Dr. Jane, the mother of the palace, may you live long. And to all the palace notables, the head of our developing arm, the Tamu, our very distinguished visitors, queens, princes, and princesses. You are at home because Africa is our home. My brief presentation is divided into two parts. On behalf of this palace, I want to humbly welcome His Royal Majesty Ngobeni and Queen Dirojo and the entire entourage for coming to be our special guest today. His Excellency Ambassador Tabo, we are meeting for the second time, and every time you speak, I feel the vibration of African liberation. Every aspect, every angle, every home, every country on this continent. We want to celebrate you, sir, and thank you so much, and encourage. So that's part one, to say, this is your palace. We have the mission to unite all royalties. We have not started, we are running. The last time we were in Mpumalanga and it was wonderful. And we saw the work you organized. The Muwah Palace in South Africa, we want to commit to His Royal Majesty Ngobeni and Queen that we have had you. It's God who appoints leaders. And you cannot be a leader unto yourself. You're a leader unto your people. When both the Queen and the King spoke, all I heard of was the cry of a leader to say, can my people be liberated
from pain, from poverty, from joblessness, and all the things you mentioned. The orphans, the raped children, those with AIDS and so on. I want to say as this palace, we have you. We have you. When His Excellency our Ambassador was speaking, I heard of the new voice of Africa saying, the time for begging is up. Our place will be on the table. And we are not asking anybody, we will call you to the table if you refuse to give our place. And we want to say we will be behind you during the G20 to make sure that's achieved. Thank you very much. So that ends official welcomes. The second part, I had an institution in the country called Camlish Training Institute. And very interestingly, it speaks to the challenges that His Royal Majesty Ngobeni and our Honorable Ambassador, His Excellency Professor Tabo, mentioned. I'll give a very quick, short summary. Last year, we certified 2,632 people across the country. We had graduations in 6 locations across 5 provinces within the period October to December 2024. And I want to just put some dates so that we can look at our reach in the country. Our first graduation was here in Johannesburg. We graduated 762 people at Emperor's Palace. We're very blessed with the presence of His Majesty King Taka across various programs. And we talk about youth and adults. Because the legacy of apartheid and its ugly hand remains true today, where we have a lot of our people in workplaces without certificates, managing huge budgets on a very low salary because they don't have that piece of paper to say, I am qualified, even though they're doing the job. So that's the space we are in. That graduation was on the 16th of October 2024. On the 27th of November, we were in Cape Town doing the graduation. 29th, 10. On the 2nd of December, we were in Durban. On the 3rd, we were in Port Elizabeth. And on the 6th of December, we were in East London. So, when it comes to training, we do training in every single province in the country. On an average day, we are in about 5 to 6 provinces training either youth or employed people in companies. Now, how is our training model? Our biggest passion is the training of youth because we understand what poverty is. The youth that attend training with Camlish do a learnership over a 12-month program, and these are the youth that graduate with a matric, but dad and mom do not have work as security guards, work on somebody's farm, and so those children have hope, but there's no money to take them from. We place the adverts on all our social media handles, and the students will then get into our doors, study over a 12-month period for free, no school fees paid. They receive a stipend of about 4.5 every month for 12 months. And the next question is, where do you get the funding? The funding either comes from the SITAs. We're one of the most accredited companies in the country. We currently accredited by 14 SITAs with 160 qualifications across various industries: agriculture, insurance, banking, savings, furniture, just. So we get the money either from the sitters and to a large extent from the private sector. That's where more than 80% of our funding comes from. So we go to the private sector with proposals and we speak to the numbers. The current numbers indicate that the unemployment rate in the country is on average 46%. I've been a statistician for very long. A 46% unemployment rate means if you graduate 100 students at any university, over the next 10 years, 46 of them will never find work. 46. Not 4, 46. And the problem with such numbers is, it gets the young ones coming up to ask the question, does education have value? I think that's one of the things that the kings and the royalties need to engage government and industry more, so that we are able to create more jobs for our young people. In the US, it's normal for one person to have 3 jobs. In South Africa, it's normal for a youth to be unemployed. It's very sad. It is very sad. So how can the king and the council partner with us? If you identify a problem area, for instance, the king is doing agriculture, we could write a joint proposal and submit it with the Agricultural Sector and Education Authority, AgriCSETA. We show pictures of the poultry farm houses and infrastructure that just needs support, and there's no support. We show the land that needs support and there's no support. We then make a suggestion that says, if AgriCSETA pays X amount on training, that comes to Kamlish. But AgriCSETA must fund 100 young people that can work in the king's farm. And every month, pay them a stipend. The problem of you looking for money to pay salaries is fixed. It's solved. It's solved. Now, let me correct that while I call it salary, it's not called salaries. Because on average, sitters pay 2,500 a month. That's very small. But it's better than nothing. So, how is our model? And why is it better than models in universities? When we get funding to train a group of young people, the South African Qualifications Authority guideline on learnerships requires us to use a work-based philosophy or methodology to train the young people, as opposed to a class-based philosophy. When you go to university, over a 1-year period, you attend class, you write tests, you write assignments. Year 2, you do the same thing. Year 3, you do the same thing. Then you graduate with a certificate in engineering. And most of the times, that is an engineer who's never made concrete. How do you expect our roads not to have potholes everywhere? So our model is different from the university model. It's a work-based model. 12 months, the learners can only be in class for 30% of that duration. 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months only. 70% of the duration, 8 to 9 months, they must be placed at work under a mentor who's a more experienced person, who's committed to empower them to become skilled like them. So when we deploy these young people to work, we then tell them this: we're giving you an opportunity to go on stage. Companies only recruit the best. The biggest challenge you have is being in a company. Now we're putting you there. If you go and you work very hard, Prof will confirm with me, the company will beg to keep you on a higher salary. So you no longer be receiving a stipend of 2.5 or 4.5, they might move you to a 6, a 10, a 20. It depends on how valuable you are. But if you go into the company, and because you think you have to be placed in the company, and you do not perform, you'll be fired. So if I go to His Royal Highness Gobeni, I'm then saying it is possible that we could submit a proposal to Agric-CETA that government to big agricultural private companies like Agric-SA, and they could give us funding, and we could get 100 young people in your area, attend school in your area. They pay the stipend every month, and after 12 months, those that choose to grow will grow, and those that don't want growth, there's nothing you can do to them. So I'm giving a commitment that we'll work together. I would equally find time and would formally visit Excellency, and let's look at possibilities of partnerships in different sectors so that we can replicate the model in other places. We call Cambridge Training Institute, when it comes to the leadership side of our business, we call it the missionary arm of the company. Because the principle is every learner who comes in pays no fees, but on the contrary gets a stipend so long as they're with us. We do online training and we do face-to-face training. It just depends on the program. For instance, any agricultural qualification is largely done face-to-face. But programs like your system support, your technical support, artificial intelligence, people don't need to come to class. About 60% of our programs are run online and done so effectively on systems that we have built. I want to then conclude to say there is another app in English which runs netted programs. And I'm sure we're familiar with business netted programs N4, N5, N6, engineering netted programs N4, N5, N6, the NCV. That side of it, students who come there largely pay. But we're increasingly getting partners to give us sponsorship so that to a large extent, a majority of our students on that app will not pay. For instance, we're currently partnering with the wholesale and retail sector to train a number of students for free. So they come in on bursary. So our commitment is one, that we could get funding jointly, and the terms will be very clear so that everybody understands exactly what the expectations are and what the deliveries are. Number two, we have a track record in the country that a majority of the students that go through Cambridge succeed. We have a model. Our pass rate for most of our programs is 100%. I wish I could say for all, but you cannot force a horse to drink water. So when the team tries and you don't try, there's nothing we can do. But we can assure you that our model changes a lot of lives year in, year out, and our partnership continues to grow because we focus on quality, we focus on delivery, and we really focus on uplifting, especially the youth. Thank you so much. God bless you and travel safely.
Your Royal Highnesses, the King of Muwah, King Taka, Your Royal Highness King Gubeni, Your Excellency Ambassador Tabo, the CEO of Cambridge Training Institute, respected elders and dignitaries of the palace, most distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is this to me is a very important occasion. The most important because it speaks about development. It speaks about the welfare of the African child. It speaks about the unity of Africa. It speaks about the black child. When I listened to the speech, unfortunately I came a bit late. I could only get remnants of the speech of King Gobeni. But then I was very privileged to listen to that of His Excellency Ambassador Tabo, who was, let me just say, I have heard of people speak so passionately about Africa, most importantly on the internet, but I've hardly been in a space where someone speaks directly to me with that passion, with that positivity, with that strong voice about Africa. And this, to me, is a celebration to meet His Excellency Tabo. Most often, we think that the problems of Africa will be solved by some white man. That is gradually changing, and not gradually changing, it's changing very fast. We are in a space where we are starting to recognize that African problems shall be solved by Africans. African challenges, we must identify our challenges and identify solutions to our problems. And that is exactly what we are doing. That is exactly why the King Gobeni and King Chaka have decided to sign the synergy in order to uplift their various communities. And Ambassador Tabo said something which to me is unique, to say, it doesn't matter what you guys are going to sign. To him, he believes it has been signed in the spiritual, because to him, he knows the African man lives spiritually. It is not about the pen and paper brought by the white person to authenticate things. It is about what the leader has voiced, because the voice of the leader is the will of God. It has always been. And so we cannot now reduce the voice of the leader to the black and white on the table. It should never be. Thankfully, I am very delighted again to be a part of this occasion, and I want to see this synergy grow from lips, from bound to bound, and I want to stay, I want to see, and I want to participate. I want to be not only an observer, I want to be a participant in the upliftment of these two cultures. I thank you, and I hope I will live to see the greatness of these two communities. Thank you so much.